I'm going to try something a little bit different that I normally don't do on my channel, and that's go full screen versus me like hiding in the corner and showing you the article that I'm reading, just because I wanted to try something different. So, I'm going to get into this. You won't be able to see it. You just get to see the bald pumpkin head. It's about JK Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter books, and the whole Hogwarts Legacy video game that's coming out in just a couple of weeks in the first week of February, and that whole controversy that she's transphobic and all this sort of thing, and that you should be boycotting her game, otherwise you're a transphobic bigot. And for me, I have a problem with that for a couple of reasons. Simply because there are some people that can separate the art from the artist, some people that can't do it, and then it's also people's interpretation of what somebody says if it's truly transphobic or anti anything, like, whether something's racist. Different people will have different perceptions as to what truly is one of those negative things. So here is something that happened with a YouTuber I've never heard of. um, I think it's her name, Jessie Earl. They're transgender. Their name is Jessie Gender. And after Earl urged gamers to not buy Hogwarts Legacy, Rowling compared Earl's comments to book burning and purethink. And I'll have a link down below in the description box if you want to see some of these articles that I've been kind of poking some information at, because it'll also show something else that I want to get into. She says, JK Rowling, deeply disappointed in Jessie Gender, doesn't realize purethink is incompatible with owning anything connected with me in any form. The truly righteous wouldn't just burn their books and movies, but the local library, anything with an owl on it, and their own pet dogs. Hashtag do better. Then in another one, there was a article that talked about people who menstruate. And she said, people who menstruate? I'm sure there used to be a word for those people. Someone help me out here. Wumben? Wimpund? Wumud? Women. Get it? Because only women can menstruate. Trans women can't menstruate. And then there's that whole saying trans women are women. Yeah, I get that. Because they feel like they were born given the wrong body. Almost sort of like a weird kind of a birth defect, if you will. Some people are born blind. Right? Stevie Wonder. That's not normal to be born blind. Generally, you're born with everything working intact. Generally, you're born with enjoying or liking the body that you were given. That's my take on it really quick if you're curious. So for me, it's very easy to understand the whole transgender thing, because some people are like, oh my God, why is it that, it seems like there's a lot of people that feel they were given the wrong body? Well, it's really simple. What makes it that just because you're born a man that you feel like you're a man or a woman, right? What makes it that just because you're a man, you automatically generally want a woman? What makes it that sometimes you don't? To me, it's all in your DNA coding. Something goes off the basic default generic blueprint, and then you have people that like the same gender. And to me, it's as simple as that. It really is really that simple. So back to her comment. People who menstruate, so her issue was they didn't use the word woman or women. And then in another post really quick that I'm going to get into here that was written, in early June, JK Rowling published a lengthy blog post on her website in which she not only addressed the hate her Twitter feed has sparked over the last couple of years, but also expresses her deep concerns about what she calls the new trans activism. With the publication of her blog, there can no longer be any doubt, according to JKR, the fight for legal, statutory, and social recognition of transgender people has dire consequences for cisgender women like her, aka JK Rowling. Rowling's essay is paralyzing and confusing. In her essay, she explains why, under the influence of the recent trans activism, the importance of biological sex, the physical sex characteristics we're all born with, is rapidly eroding. Which harms, she says, the position of women as a political class. Because if anyone can suddenly call themselves a woman, the rights and protections of women as a group no longer mean anything anymore, especially if natal men are allowed also to use the ladies' room or women's shelter simply because they feel they are women. This poses a significant threat to vulnerable women, according to Rowling. Now I'm going to leave it there. So about the Hogwarts Legacy thing. and then this thing. I have an issue with people saying, if you buy the game, you support what she stands for. There's no excuses. That's it. I call bullshit on that for the simple fact that, first of all, I didn't really know all of this shenanigans that was going on with JK Rowling. It wasn't until some of this stuff started to sort of come out here and there on Twitter that I even knew who the hell she was. I'd never looked into who's Harry Potter, who wrote Harry Potter, who invented Harry Potter. Like, I just, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't follow that stuff. So I had actually almost pre-ordered the game before I even found out any of this stuff. I'm still getting the game. I just don't like to pre-order games too early, but sometimes I do just to kind of get it out of the way so I don't forget, like I've done a couple of times, like with the new Marvel turn-based games. I don't even remember the name of the goddamn game. And I missed out on a Doctor Strange cape or outfit, all because I forgot to pre-order it and I bought it when it was already released. I don't get into the politics or the deep controversial shit that entails behind a game or a book or anything. What's next? If you drink Coca-Cola, you support such and such a thing. Like, there's probably like a negative connotation behind every single thing, right? So you can't just say, look, I'm buying the game, piss on you, deal with it. There are some people that are like that and they want to do it just for spite to get a rile out of the LGBTQIA2+. Whatever it is now. They're taking over the whole alphabet. Now they're even getting into numbers and symbols. Come on. It's a lighthearted joke. Get over it. Dave Chappelle's done the same thing. A lot of other people. She's made a few comments that, again, on the surface, from what I've researched, nowhere has she said anything completely wild. I just don't get it. I don't get the this whole thing. I mean, you can't expect every gamer to give a shit about what the background of the author or the devs or whatever you want to call them are into or not into. Okay? She said as well, JK Rowling, if sex isn't real, there's no same-sex attraction. If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. It isn't hate to speak the truth, she tweeted, JK Rowling. The idea that women like me, who've been empathetic to trans people for decades, feeling kinship because they're vulnerable in the same way as women, i.e. to male violence, hate trans people because they think sex is real and has lived consequences is nonsense. She continued, I respect every trans person's rights to live any way that feels authentic and comfortable to them. She would march, she says, I'd march with you if you were discriminated against on the basis of being trans. At the same time, my life has been shaped by being female. I do not believe it's hateful to say so. So, you know, like I'm not cherry picking. I'm just grabbing the information I'm seeing from actual tweets from her. So I know that she said that because a lot of those tweets are actually still there on her Twitter. And I'm thinking, this just sounds like a woman or a person, whatever, that has an opinion, has mixed feelings on this subject matter. But I, honest to God, do not see any hate. I don't see any comments like, you're all mentally ill. What's wrong with you? You should go to, conversion therapy or anything like that. Like, I've met people in person and virtually on social media that are like that, that truly think you're cray-cray if you're one of those people. I don't see any of that. That doesn't mean she's never said it. I'm not her shadow. I'm not by her side to watch every goddamn thing she's ever said, right? Because I could have some people that, what about this time she said this? What about this time she said that? And that's my point. It's exhausting. Do you know how much time I spent just researching some of the crap that she's tweeted in the past? Do I agree with everything she said? No, but I actually, because I'm one of those people, I kind of see where she's coming from in some regards. I don't like the way that she vocalized some of that stuff, but I also, from what I've seen, the very little that I've seen now, I haven't seen the whole picture. It's not as bad as I thought, honestly, for me, right? So, I really am at a loss. This whole thing with the JK Rowling Hogwarts Legacy boycott, I'm never going to watch the Harry Potter movies ever again or read the books. It's like a big thing. Like people, and I keep getting little snippets of it here and there on Twitter, on my Twitter feed, that I just decided less than an hour ago to go, you know what? Okay. What the hell did she supposedly say and do that is so horrific? Let's look into it. And I don't see it. It's not nearly as nasty and vile and bigotry-like as I thought it would be. I was expecting, like, more. Like, something like, this is made up now. Like, I was expecting something like, I refuse to have my game have transgender people in it. You're either a male or a female. Get it, folks? Just two genders. That's it. Psh, talk to the hand. She didn't do that. I was expecting something like that. She didn't do that. You can make, from my understanding, again, I don't know everything. You can, apparently, make a transgender character in Hogwarts Legacy. And she has a lot of creative influence, I believe, on the game. And then based on what she said coming out of her mouth, how she feels about those people, help me understand. Maybe somewhere in the comments section down below, you can help shed light in helping me understand what I'm clearly not seeing. Are people overreacting? Maybe. I don't know. I kind of think that they are, no offense. With all due respect. Like, I honestly, legitimately do not see the big effing deal based on what I have witnessed so far. Maybe there's more out there. But honestly, my whole point with this is you can't expect a gamer to start, like, digging deep into every goddamn some people want to escape reality and escape controversy and all the political bullshit that goes on in the world by playing video games. They don't want to start going, oh, I heard something bad about the person who wrote the Harry Potter books. They said something that wasn't too nice. Like, some people don't care about that. Like, they care, but they want to just separate it. They're like, I don't want to care to deep dive into this issue and fall down the rabbit hole, as that expression goes, just to find out something that might not be something, or it might be a big something. That's my point. You cannot criticize either way. I am for both sides. Okay? So I'm bi in that regards. If you want to boycott the game because of the stuff, I support that. That's your choice. That's your right. No one could take that away from you. But at the same time, I'm going to be vocal and say, hey, I'm going to buy this game because I think I'm really going to enjoy it. I also YouTube full-time, even though I'm getting paid part-time. Haha. And every little view I get counts. It matters. That's how I make the mucho dinero each month. Some people will say, oh, so you're using this tragedy, this controversy to make money. Have you seen how many views I get on my average videos? I mean, I get a lot of views per month, over 250,000 a month. That's a lot for me. But per video, most of my videos are like, they're not even a one-hit wonder. They don't make it anywhere, right? So it's not about the money. What money am I going to make off this series? A nickel? Like, you know how many videos I've recorded on World of Warcraft, one of my favorite gaming franchises in history? Do you know how many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos I've made on World of Warcraft? Do you know how much money I have made in those hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of gameplay footage I've uploaded? And I knew this from the beginning. Throughout all my videos on World of Warcraft, I've calculated it. I have made less than fucking $10. I do it because I'm passionate about it. I want to cover the games. How good is it? How bad is it? So yeah. So that's it. I don't want to talk anymore because I feel like my brain is looking for stuff. It's pinging all over the place. It's something else to say, and I feel like I'm coming back 360, and I'm going to start repeating some of the same shit I said 15, 20 minutes ago. I don't even know how long I've been recording for. I've been recording for 14, 15 minutes. Okay, so that's not too bad. It's not too shabby. I actually should have kept it here because it's a lot lighter. I'm using my cheap webcam, by the way. Yeah, that's right, the Logitech C920 Pro. Doesn't look too pro to me, but in this lighting here, it's pretty decent. DSLR is a lot bigger. I didn't like the placement. I got a new mic stand, if you even give a rat's ass about what I'm talking about here. Way off topic. ADHD, OCD, I got a lot of letters in my fucking stuff going on in the brain there. But never mind that shitty-ass wallpaper. It's not like I did that when I moved into the house. I can do what I want to this house. I could paint it black, white, pink, rainbows, whatever, swirls. I could do what I want. I'm just lazy because it's an ugly-ass wallpaper, and I'm probably going to paint over it someday. And this is why I used to have a backdrop. But then, oof, I have seen the light. Father, forgive me for I have sinned. Oh, sorry, I'm still recording. Don't ask me what that was. So I got the blinds there, the nice funky, shimmery thing, and then the black blinds are complete blackout so that no light comes in, because you don't want to see this. I look like an angel of light. Well, not really, but really got off track, and this is what happens. This is why I should have ended the video a couple of minutes ago. But this right here, no games, no distractions, just me flapping my gums 100 miles an hour. It's a beautiful thing. I love it. This, for me, is it. If I could do this every day, just talk about nothing, this would be it. Truth be told, in some ways, I don't even really like doing guides for video games and all that kind of stuff, because it's distracting. It gives me a lot of anxiety. I enjoy it, but gives me a lot of anxiety. And it's also because I know I'm going to get like 15 freaking views on the video, right? Whereas this took no thought. Took a little bit of research in the beginning to make sure I wasn't like praising somebody that was like, the next best thing to being the devil. But again, in closing, I said that a lot. It doesn't look like it's closing, is it? Help me understand. If you made it this far, book an appointment with your psychiatrist. You clearly need help as well. Let me know down below what I'm missing. Give me a quote, a reference, a link, if you can, of something that she said. I'd be curious a little bit more now that I've opened up the can or the book to have the missing pieces of the puzzle filled so that I can see the entire picture. Because clearly I'm missing something. There's no way, based on what I've seen, this is what people are freaking out over. As always, if you like the video, thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm and making me a little bit more relevant in search results when people are looking shit up on the internet. Didn't like the video? Go ahead, give it a thumbs down, and I'll grab it and twist it, and I'll bend it in half so that it is a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally, that would be great. But if not, I don't blame you. I totally get it. Believe me, I get it. That would be cool. But if not, whatever. I don't really care. I'm having fun with or without you. Just like that U2 song. I'm going to shut up now before this ends up. See, it was a 15-minute video. Now we're pushing 18. It's time to go. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.